Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to take a look at Brickbuilder VR, and this is a high fidelity VR model building simulator where you can use different blocks to create things from scratch or use blueprints. As you can see here, I can just make some made objects step by step, which is really cool. It reminds me of some of the games that I play when I was young, but it was of course the physical ones. And you can add even interaction by just adding motors you control with a remote control. So basically, if I want to create something new from scratch, just create it. There's this table, by the way, which you can actually adjust. It's really easy. And once you do this, you can see all the different blocks, and this is the block browser. Very easy to browse through different blocks. You can just scroll to the left or up and down to reveal more items. Very easy, and of course you can just pick the ones that you like. You just point to them with the finger, pressing the A button, and you can actually spawn them. And of course they're going to be larger because this is just a miniature scale, so you can actually easily browse through all the different options. Now keep in mind, I'm playing this on the Oculus Quest 2, but this is a PC game available via Steam, still in beta, keep this in mind. So it's an early access, and as you can see, I'm just picking up these tools, by the way, available for you. This is for controlling the motor, which I'm going to show you in a few moments, which is pretty cool, kind of remote control. The other one is for coloring blocks, which is really nice. I'm going to show it to you again in a moment as well. And the other one, the last one, is for picking up items that you actually fall on the floor. Yeah. So if something falls on the floor, you can just magnet it and just bring it up again. So you can see here, just taking this and pointing it, and I can actually bring it up to the table again. Nice. No, it's not for shooting. I know what you're thinking. All right, so here we go. So of course I have no experience in this. I remember playing something like this physically when I was a child, but it was something that I need to build from scratch, and of course there was a blueprint in quotation for that. But now really I have no experience, so basically I'm learning from scratch, and the more experience you have, the more cool things you can actually create. So I'm just taking this wheel, and again I'm using the two Oculus Quest controllers in this case. Keep in mind, one of the problem is that when you put two hands together, the controllers, plastics, actually bump against each other. So sometimes in order to put one item to the other, you see here I'm just bumping my controllers. You need to put the item on the table and then put the other one, because again this is kind of not intuitive in a way for certain holdings of items, but overall it works well. You just need to get used to it, and it takes a bit of time. So I'm just putting those two wheels together. As you can see, what I'm playing was to actually add motors. Very simple thing, so we can actually move it forward and backward. Alright, the next item that I needed was a motor. So this is the motor, you see, the golden one, very easy to recognize. So I actually put it in, and you actually rotate once you use the controller. So you can see I'm just attaching the motor. Here we go, we have one motor, which is pretty cool. You can actually see now that if I use the controller, it actually controls the rotation of the motor. You see? Nice. As you can see, it still works. When I'm rotating it, it will move this direction. If I move it to the other direction, forward, move to the other direction. This is very, very basic thing. Right? So you can put another one to make it even more kind of prominent. This is a situation where some things, when it comes to intuition of kind of controlling things in VR, is not that obvious. You see, something is just a bit jerky and stuff, and that's why I prefer hand tracking. But again, you can make it perfect. Sometimes there are situations with the controllers it just doesn't work well. But overall, again, after some time, I just kind of got used to it. But it takes a bit of time. As you can see here, I'm moving forward and backwards, and I created my little kind of a machine that moves forward and backward using these motors. Pretty cool. Now there is option to control different aspects of the motors, which is really nice. That's what I like, kind of control how the physics works. You can make things speedier, change different things related to the physics of the motor. Really nice. I'm kind of having fun just creating my first moving crafting, whatever it is. So here's an option. We go to motors option in the table, and you can actually see the different options, and then you can just tap and play with this around after moving a bit of brakes. You can actually just tap and have different, there's a drop down to controlling different aspects, and then you can just use A to use the slider to change the volume. So it's pretty cool, pretty nice set of options there if you want to have more precise over how things actually move when you control the motor. Now, one thing I want to show you is how you can actually paint, which is really cool. By the way, once you start painting things, you really get excited. You can really customize the look of what you're actually doing. Because the basic colors, you know, you want to be creative, give your own touch of things, and this is the way to do it. So as you can see, just moving the stick, and I can change the colors, the different colors, and I can just paint again with different colors. I can even kind of do it for different facets of the block, which is cool. You see, just changing the colors. You can see the color at the top, and I just tap the A button to color it. So then you can actually create some really cool things, and just changing the colors make it look so more cool. So as you can see here, just toying around with this, giving kind of a more toyish look with bright and saturated colors. Really cool. It makes you really want to kind of think about what I want to create, and knowing that with colors I can actually, you know, if you create, for example, like a flower, right? You don't want the basic colors that of the bricks, right? You want to kind of paint it to make it look like, for example, like a rose, right? So that's the way to do it. Nice. Now, I'm sure in the future there will be much more available. Again, this is because it's still in early access, but there are already items you can actually choose from the blueprints and just follow step by step. However, one thing that was missing for me is if I want to kind of move a bit forward into, for example, I just want to spam those forward button. You see there's a forward and backward. Just spam forward, forward, forward. That's all the items fold. And then tap one button and just see everything beautifully animated and constructed, and I can continue from that point on, just in case I want to move forward, instead of just doing this step by step, just starting from maybe a kind of a more forward progressive point in the construction of this vehicle. But as you can see here, it just shows me the items and how actually should put them, and step by step I just press the right arrow to move forward and construct the vehicle. Very cool. I mean, this is really nice. It's just following like instructions that you have in the real toys, you know, that you assemble. So you just go step by step, or you just want to try to figure things out. But this is just a very complicated vehicle. So if you really want to create the same thing, of course, you need to follow the instructions to make it work as it's shown there in the blueprint. So as you can see, just continue. You can move backwards, forward. Very easy. Of course, this run on PC with really nice lighting, and the environment looks cool. Everything looks kind of very fun and relaxing experience. Now, of course, what you see here is going to be much more, and I'm going to read from the description, but we're on Steam. The game is also designed with extensions in mind. It will be possible to create blueprint from an existing build directly from within the game. We will also release an official SDK, which will provide the functionality to create custom pieces. This is amazing, by the way. 3D models and textures. So this is going to be much, much more than this. Brickbuilder VR is in early stage of development. In addition to performance improvement, UI overhauls, and bug fixes, we plan to add the following features to the game in the future: pistons, linear actuators, lights, sensors, and graph programmatically, script programmatically, properties, flying interactions, that would be amazing, magnet joints, and many more. Your support will help us make this a reality. So as you can see here, there are plans to make this one really kind of overall, really with lots of amazing options and cool components, and the ability to make it, of course, social, so players can actually share their creations and create blueprints themselves with really cool things. And this is just the beginning of something that looks like really amazing, what you see here. And the core, by the way, is designed well. Of course, there are some tweaks that I think should be further optimized to make it work better. But again, still in early access, but already the feeling that I got actually building things with this one was absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at the UI on the table, it's just so comfortable, and the available tools. So just imagine if you the game give you more freedom to create so many amazing things. I actually want to create like a flying mechanical bat, so I can actually control. That would be amazing. Creating this is just insane. I mean, I'm probably gonna have many ideas. I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to build them straight away. I need more experience, of course. And more type of items to create them. But again, with more type of items, the more creativity you'll have to create whatever you like. So this is the first impressions of the game Brickbuilder VR, coming on June 29th, 2021 on Steam. So make sure you check it out. Again, I play this one on the Oculus Quest 2 with the Oculus Quest 2 controllers, with my Quest 2 connected to my PC VR ready laptop with the VR link cable. Of course, there's also option to do this remotely, but this is the setup that I used. So first impressions, positive. Definitely want to see more options and a bit kind of a more of fine tuning of the different interactions with the blocks, so it'd be kind of more accurate and feels a bit less quirky. But overall, first impressions are very positive. So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. More coming, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this one a little like. And see you soon on the next video. Cheers, everyone. Bye bye.